Hello there everyone and welcome back. We had ourselves a bit of more relaxing type of matches, if you can call me frantically flying around keeping my Vanguards alive relaxing. But it did allow me an opportunity to get some experience on those ships because it is much needed, especially with what I have in mind, because one of them managed to get their level 8 finally to get an additional augur array. So now I just need what, 2 more matches where these Vanguards survive? And the whole roster of them is going to get their extended range, extended sensors, and hopefully, if I'm so lucky, I can get 2 more matches with this Battlebarge as well. And then, it's just the process of figuring out what kind of upgrades to throw on here, because I feel like, due to the oversight I had with the lack of belt armor, I think that's going to be one of them. And then it just begs the question, do I increase my accuracy fall off a little bit, or do I just increase its turn radius so that way it's a lot more easier for this thing to reposition and of course make better use of its macro batteries? Not to mention the prow lances as well. That is what I'm undecided on, if I want to go that route, because armor piercing rounds could be useful, but that's more convenience really, because this thing is supposed to be staying at range, in all honesty. It does have value there. Hell, I could increase its range, but of course, until I get the accuracy fall off, that's kind of pointless, I would argue. Still, I have 4 upgrade. Is it 4? Yeah, I have 4 upgrade slots available to me, assuming this thing ever gets to level 10. Because I still have 1 more crew point left on Arcariel, my Master of the Forge, so I can afford to throw in a bunch of stuff on here. And then, we'll see what... Well, what am I trying to say? We'll see what we can do after that. At least, my Vanguard Battlebarge Mark II fleet will be a lot more formidable that way, and I don't have to rely on poor frigates that could die easily for my scouting. There is that going for me. Alright, we're doing a 600 point breakthrough, and to be perfectly honest, actually I know for a fact, I was about to say I'm not sure if 600 points meant he was a lower admiral level than me or not, but I'm pretty certain there's only 300 600 point breakthrough missions, so this could be anyone's game. This could be anyone's game there, and this gives me an opportunity to get these level 7s their level in, but again, I'm put in an awkward predicament where I don't have extended sensors. Well, I have a frigate, but if he is Admiral level 8, he has a Custodian, and he has, well, it's mostly Custodian that I have to get used to dealing with. At least an Air Cache Custodian. But if he's using Earth Cache, that will be an interesting experience, because that could be vicious if he's going with lots of cruisers and light cruisers for the Earth Cache, because they can murder my Vanguards once he realizes they're Earth Cache. Or, well, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I just know Earth Cache is going to be an interesting experience for this type of fleet. Due to how fragile my poor Gladius is going to be with apparently the double damage from the experimental railguns, and my Vanguards of course only have 400 health. Thankfully, they have the Tech Marine to help mitigate a lot more of that damage. It's like 130-ish health, 135 health rather. So that gets relatively close to negating like 2, experimental railguns. So, with that said, how do I want to engage? Because this formation is kind of a little bit weird. The Vanguards have an easy time to just strike on the side and then get repositioned easily enough. Whereas Battlebarge can be in the middle and start chipping them down. Although, I do have this gas cloud, so this is worthwhile going over here. And I do have extended sensors on these 2 ships, so it's still worth doing. So let's get started, shall we? I only see 2 ships there. Looks like, wow, 2 strongholds. This is going to be interesting. I should definitely play the more passive game to try and, yeah, just keep distance from him. Now let's see. He is firing torpedoes, so unfortunately I don't have my turning speed just yet for this battle barge, so that's going to be a little bit awkward. So I'm going to need to rely on these Vanguards a little bit to kind of shoot down said torpedoes. Although, it looks like I'm perfectly fine. And I think I fought Atlan before, I just can't for the life of me remember when. But I'm going to need to rely on these things quite a bit for shooting down torpedoes. And he has shield disruption, that's not a big deal. He did reveal me, but I have the armor as well. I just got to be mindful of any kind of laser, which thankfully is not going to be really powerful. So, let's just get the Battlebarge Mark II going. Okay, Gladius is getting been detected. There goes both his beacons. So silent run is definitely an option. I just gotta make sure I hit these things, because this thing might be a sane duck if I leave it here. Or hell, let me just silent run, that's easier. And start shooting down this thing as much as I can. Come on. And if I could get so close, maybe I could just shoot down his fighters some. Because shields are still taking hits. I would like to get the macro batteries to contribute, but I want to hold off on the lock-on. Just in case. Oh, did the dang it, the Gladius got away. It's still, the boring torpedo still did a little bit of damage, but that was a bad result for me, have that happen. Oh boy, torpedoes are going to hit, so now I have to brace for impact. This is kind of why I would like the Vanguards to kind of support, but without the brace for impact, this is still going to do some notable damage, but we're getting through the hull now. And he is, yeah, he turned his attention there, so it's really, honestly, with Stronghold, I don't know what's more fearsome when you don't include the cutting laser. But that answers my question about whether he has, what is it, experimental railguns or not. Although he only got single experimental railgun, and I got Stormhawks to help shoot them down. Oh, he just shot down my damn engines. Ooh, he got lucky hits there with 2 of those bombers, so this thing is pretty much dead, it looks like. He had so much for that idea. If only I refreshed those Stormhawks a little bit faster. And of course I left myself open in the dang beacon. So apparently trying to do damage to this thing at max range is not a good idea. But, let's see. It's not going to go well now. As soon as I lose a Vanguard, this match is over. And I'd rather just try and keep these things alive. If possible, I'd like to keep these things alive. He's only sending fighters after me. I do have Stormhawks. And if I micro-warp jump, I'm condemning my Battlebarge to dying. But I can still micro-warp jump easily enough. Am I going to be able to do enough damage? Because apparently, with that prow armor, I'm doing crap on damage to that thing. My torpedoes didn't seem like it did a whole lot either. So I'm probably just condemned my Battlebarge to death here by that micro-warp jump. And let's see. Yeah, he's just going in aggressively. I might as well prioritize my target. Because he is ramming himself there, and sadly, I'm hitting a different target too. But I do have some Stormhawks in my... yeah, Thunderhawks to help deal with those some. And once I get into gas cloud, maybe this thing will survive. Yeah, I think I just condemned my Battlebarge to death here. Unless it can survive 2 minutes. Because I have been ignoring the beacons a little bit. But there's still 3 I have to kill anyway. But that is still a possibility, is to just kill these things. Because the Vanguard could very easily do it. Because this is hidden, so the tracking's gone. This can outrun everything, so victory is still possible. To some extent. There goes my belt armor. And we'll see what happens here. If only had second Vanguard, this would be a little bit easier though. I kind of lost sight of the objective a little bit. But I can still evade them. I just gotta kill these beacons to make it worthwhile though. And I have gas cloud to hide into as well. Sadly, I'm not really doing much in damage, but I got his attention. Can I do the critical hits needed though? Because once I'm in the gas cloud and I destroy his beacon here, the spotting, well actually I could just hide without it. So, okay, he's just changed his attention there, so this thing may still be able to get out. It's just doing crap for damage apparently. Because even yeah, it's the Stronghold has no... damn it, there goes my torpedoes, so never mind that idea. Let's just get our experience. Because clearly I had no damage potential on this thing. I did crap damage for all it was worth. Either way, let's recharge our shields. We dodged those. I'm going to have my shields back up in a moment. Oh yeah, with the warp out that actually ends automatically. So that was a bit of a throwaway match, it feels like, because my macro batteries did crap again. I should have kept the prow face him. Well, The macro batteries are good for shooting down the shields, but that seemed like an abysmal failure there. Not to mention the fact that my Stormhawks did get shot down at some point, so the Manta bombers managed to disable my engines and just murder that poor Vanguard. So it's a very awkward fleet at 600 points. Although the Gladius is good at spying though, I just had to leave it in the beacon. But at least I got more progress on the levels there. That's what matters to me right now. Definitely not my proudest moment, but let's get this thing repaired so I can probably feel that next mission. And if we get a rematch, how do I do this better? Well, in all honesty, the Lances could still do damage. I just have to get through all the shields, because apparently he did have extra health on the shields, so that's going to make shooting that down incredibly difficult. So I probably should, honestly, prioritize the generators, not to mention that if I could deny him his micro warp jump, those things are going to insubordinate when they start getting knocked down. Of course, with two strongholds next to each other, my torpedoes aren't going to do crap until they can get close enough to shoot down the fighters. Which isn't too terribly difficult to do, because my Thunderhawks and Stormhawks alone are going to bait the fighters to my Vanguards without having to get too terribly close. I just got to make sure I have my brace for impact ready to mitigate a lot of that damage, and what is it? Have a gas cloud maybe within reach that it can hide in, or maybe even an asteroid belt if I was so lucky. We'll see. Alright, we have our rematch, and I'm going to try and continue to commit to this here. So, and I have the Vanguards for it. I don't think the Master of Sanctity is going to be very useful unless I can make it, so that way it's the one likely to get hit by the Manta bombers, because any boarding upgrades he has can be negated by the Master of Sanctity at least. So there's some actual use for that there. And I have two extended sensors, and I have lots of Stormhawks and Thunderhawks available for the anti-fighters and the anti-torpedoes. So if he's going to go that same route, then I should be okay. Because after all, the Battlebarge can outrun the strongholds if I really want to play the long game. I just did my prioritization poorly, it seemed like. I don't know. I probably should have started softening up those, was it the beacons a little bit more? Because they were easy tempting targets, and not to mention with his two strongholds together, I was not likely to get through those. I don't know what he's saying there. Well, let's see. Alright, so he knows my secret. Or maybe the nerves will get to him and that'll be my one great strength, huh? We'll see. I feel like I messed up horribly in some sense with that last match. I'm not sure what exactly, although lack of Stormhawks because they got shot down was probably a big contributor to that, at least for the Vanguards. Because two of these could have very easily just gone around and sniped the beacons if I so wished, because the Stronghold, or the Battlebarge, was actually in a position where it could just complete the mission if I had been more aggressive about that rather than committing the fight. And again, I do outrun his Stronghold, so if I really want to play that route, I could do that. Either way, I don't remember anything about the Imperial Navy, but oh well. I completely forget regardless where I even fought before. I just remember a name from somewhere. Nonetheless, let me change this prioritization some, because I think my lance is going to be my greatest strength, aside from maybe shooting down his shields, because I know he's got upgrades on his shields, so getting through the hull is going to be difficult on those strongholds. But again, it's like I said, I do have the speed, but with 6 ships, it could very well be a Custodian stronghold and then the 3 Wardens. That's what I'm willing to bet. Although, let's see. I don't know if there's like a visual effect of some kind for the mining lasers. I'm going to assume that he is mining, though. Can I guess which one he's in, though? Well, one way to find out, I guess. I'm almost certain he has a stronghold of some kind, so this will be one way to find out. And he has all the gas clouds and all that, so do I really want to get closer to his gas cloud? I'd rather fight him more in open space where he's forced to silent run, because this is a bad layout for me regardless. And unfortunately, torpedoes aren't going to do much, but again, I just want to see where it's deployed. Okay, there's where he's hiding. There's the Custodian, and it looks like he's got a Protector as well. Alright, so that's good to know. Turn off the dumbfire torpedoes, I did not want that. Although, now begs the question, do I decoy? Do I fire decoys? I think I do. Although I gotta make sure I fire them properly. So just give me a moment here. These are probably not gonna hit with him with his angle. But I see him, that's the main thing, so I can start harassing him. Although I'm gonna have to get used to firing these decoys again, not to mention that the fact when he's going flying is such an angle too. So, he's gonna try and hit me with seeker missiles. I can already disengage. I just gotta be careful that this battle barge does not have his turning radius speed just yet, so it's not gonna be able to reposition very quickly. Okay, second beacon. So let's get this turned around. I'm hoping this dodges. That would be kind of nice to dodge that. Yeah, it looks like I'm good. I just gotta make sure I time this proper. There we go. I think we're all clear. We dodged the beacons. We know he has beacons. He gave away his position, but I already knew where he was. Now it just begs the question. Do I focus on the custodian or the protector? Because we know those are his 6 ships. Well, yeah, 3 ships, and then he has a Sauce probably somewhere over there. So this is probably the same fleet as what I fought, Solari before in my Imperial Navy matches. And I can fire a beacon. I would like to fire torpedoes, so let's do that. I can fire torpedoes. They're surely not going to do any damage, so let's not kid ourselves. And that's not going to work very well because those torpedoes are poorly angled. But I know where he's at. I just need to try and take full advantage of my range. Those are probably bad torpedoes, yeah. Because this is not going to divert the fighters at all. But of course he's not flying straight towards me, so it's a little difficult to do that effective decoy too. And I do have extended range on almost everything but the one Vanguard that still needs its level in. And I can fire a beacon. I'm just waiting for him to make the first move. Because it's only the Sauce they have no clue, and of course the Warrens. But the Warrens aren't a huge threat. It just allows him to use his seeker missiles. Now, this is probably bad torpedoes as well. Do I use a beacon or not? Well, I'm not even close enough for a beacon. That's what he's trying to do anyway. He's trying to reveal me. Oh, he's got Nikasar. Okay. Let's kill these Nikasar off. I got that detected, although I am in a bit of an awkward spot here. This battle barge could be in a lot of trouble if he decides to charge it. But I do have vision, that's important thing, so let's start killing off his auxiliary, shall we? Let's hopefully kill off his auxiliary. Because sadly, I only got 1 hull breach and 3 fires, so that's not going to do it. And I do have Stormhawks and the ability to evade really well. So I don't think I'm worried about these seeker missiles so much, I just gotta evade the first angle. And this battle... Okay, so he missed that shot, thankfully. So I know he's fielding experimental railguns. That's all I know. Doesn't say much just yet. And let's keep an eye on where his custodian is, because he is kind of wedging me into a course some, but I have all my ships together. That was the second railgun, so there's got to be a third one more than likely. Okay, so that thing should be more than likely dead. We got brace for impact. We got more defensive fighters. And I kind of want these Thunderhawks to help deal with these Mantas. Because I do have the brace for impact. Let's see. That thing's dead. I want to prioritize this thing. Now, I would love to keep the brace for impact available, though. And shields are already down, so that's not very significant. Okay, there's this third railgun. I do have a repair available. That's going to get rid of all that. Now, we're going to take a lot of damage here, I think. We'll see how this goes. I did ram my own battle barge, unfortunately, but that Sauce could die quickly. It's that Custodian's going to be a pain in the ass, though. Actually, I probably want to fire on this Sauce some, even though it's probably not going to do it. And with Seeker missiles, I kind of want to launch my Thunderhawks too. Alright, turn. Try and deal with this thing quickly. Let's try and deal with this thing. He's got lots of bombers, so I can start shooting down with my own Stormhawks, but... And I also have a beacon. It's not going to do me much, mind you, but at least it gives me fission. Dex destroyed. This thing's going to die horribly if it's not support, but I can't spread out the damage. Let's just keep launching more Thunderhawks, because that helps deal with these Seeker missiles. I do have a brace for impact up, and I now can spread out the damage. What on earth can these Vanguards do in such an awkward position? Until those fighters are down, I can't really do a whole lot with them, because these torpedoes are just going to get destroyed immediately. Well, those torpedoes hit. That's all I know. And how's that doing? That's got shields back up. I could reposition it. It's not going to help me a whole lot, mind you. And these are about to take some hits. Now, I was hoping the Vanguards would take the shields hit, but let's reposition. I don't think that's going to help with all that much, but brace for impact can soak a lot of damage. Ooh, and that actually did negate or counter the Manta Bombers, so that is a plus. Not intentional, but I'll take it. I will take it now. Let's try and soak more of this damage. I'm not going to hit these. Alright, he does have the experimental railguns. His Sauce's about to die. I can ram its side and throw off its fire. That's probably not as effective as it sounds, because my battle barge is about to die here. But there is still a notable amount of damage. Come on. He is launching bombers, so... This is probably not going to work. Yeah, this thing's dead. And I did micro warp jump, so this is not going to make it out. It was an awkward position. If only I got the fission sooner, maybe this would not be so bad. Because we are softening up really good otherwise. And my Vanguards, well, really my Vanguards could still do a lot here. Let's not kid ourselves. Get the Vanguards to try and soak the damage, because I have brace for impact back up. I haven't really used them to their best of their ability either, but I can still kill the Protector off. Come on. And I have shields. This thing's about to die anyway. And let's see, can I shoot down the Manta Bombers? I don't have any more point defense, sadly, so I think that's dead. So much for getting my level 6 in. I probably should use the beacon a little more proactive, but I was going to get the repair off too. That thing without a doubt is dead. There's potential there still. I should have revealed them a lot sooner though, rather than playing so passive, I think. Although not having any beacons to kind of safely do that is a bit of a downside on these Vanguards. And I didn't use them as proper shields either, because they were pretty much full health for the majority of that fight. So they could have took the damage for the battle barge as well. Because it seemed like I was winning that fight to an extent. I was just leaving the battle barge vulnerable when its brace for impact was down, is really all it did. And of course he did get... I don't know how many actual Manta Bombers went after the battle barge, though. I would have liked that extra level. As it stands now, I get nothing for it, aside for experience for a ship that's already leveled up. But I like to try for one more there. There was potential there, was promise. It's just a question again, what's the biggest priority? Because the Custodian has the most health, but if it can die with me in still good condition, then I pretty much win that fight, I would argue. But it's also got the same... it was mostly a railguns doing most of that damage there, so... The Custodian has the same number of railguns as the Sauce Protectors, so you would think going after the weaker ships would have been better. Again, these Vanguards could not have done a whole lot, but maybe I was being a little too timid, because I did shoot down his fighters eventually. I just gotta make sure I don't launch my torpedoes when he's launching his bombers at me, because those then becomes his fighters, his his torpedo defense, and I don't want to have that inconvenience. But if they had done a little bit more, then I probably could have killed the Sausage Protector faster. As it stands now, it was just dancing with him, I feel like. There's promise there. Alright, let's give this one more try here, although with his adaptive deflector, the bombardment cans probably be useful here, in all honesty. In fact, even having the complete immunity, I really am tempted to go with the battle barges again. But I do have 2 Stormhawks. These strike cruisers are going to be in a tight formation. And, well, I am wondering, I am kind of second guessing a little bit, but because after all, torpedoes, I need to shoot down his bombers if I want to do good with the torpedoes. And he did prioritize the battle barge, which is something I can actually use against him some. I really do want my levels in, though, and if I can win, that would be a great way to celebrate the actual level in. Not to mention, I did forget my poor, Master of Sanctity. It's immunity to boarding, although I have to be paying very close attention to which ones the bombers are actually going after. But going all bombardment cans would be good, considering he is using adaptive deflectors there, more or less, so it's just the experimental railguns I want to try and be mindful of. This layout looks a little bit better. I have a fallback point is what that gives me. And I want to be a little more aggressive spying him, because I shouldn't honestly be worried about the seeker missiles. Now, where is he likely to deploy, though? Because he's got a lot of options there. He has a lot of different spots to hide, so I can't really tell. And we know he has the stealth alloy, so he could be anywhere. He did reveal his fighters to me, but we'll see if he does that again or not. See if he learned his lesson. But I want to believe there's potential in this fleet there. I just did horrible getting full value out of the Vanguards, I think, because again, he prioritized the battle barge, and I do have the armor and the health. I did have the health on these Vanguards. It's just the experimental railgun with him hitting multiple ships that could be a scare and a concern. But once the brace for impact's down on the battle barge, just have these ships take point. Well, he's given away his strategy there. And from what I know about his Demiurge, he also has them revealed with no stealth alloy, which is kind of weird. Because normally you would like the Demiurge to be kind of like an ambush ship, considering they are kind of slow and they rely on being an asteroid belt. Well, let's see, 5 ships, so, and I can kind of hear the Demiurge engines going off. And he went double Demiurge, so gotta be more mindful of this. This basically doesn't really have much more better damage potential than the Custodian Protectors have fought against. And there's a Protector there, or it could be a Borkon. With brace for impact, these things should not be any more scarier than what I just fought. It's just a shame I'm not going to get to fight the Custodian again. But oh well. I got some valuable experience out of that. At least for a feel on how well I can mitigate the damage at least. Because those Mance bombers can still be a bit of a scare. And now, can my Stormhawks just deal with these torpedoes really well? Not that it really is needed. I think I'm going to dodge all these regardless. I'm hoping. Yep, I'm good. And let's see, he's only got 1 ship with like seeker missiles, so am I really scared about the detection? No. I don't think I care. He has a Castellan as well, and I have the means to deal with that. So let's just spread on out. He's got the ship detected. I don't need assault run, and he's giving away all his positions there. I just gotta make sure his battle barge is able to hide itself relatively well, or at least not make itself easy to jump, because it does have the range advantage that he doesn't have with his current ships. So fire those torpedoes, see if you can hit that Protector, and I do have extended sensors on one in the front, so that's good. And Battlebarge, I want you to turn back to engagement range, and we'll make sure we actually detect this damn thing this time. Because if he wants to micro-warp jump with those strongholds, he has to actually fly towards me. Okay, there they are. So, we got some torpedo hits. I would rather. He has a micro-warp jump, so just kill the engines. So, brace for impact. Try and do some damage, and this battle barge is going to be an awkward spot. So, I'd like to kill this Castellan off as a bonus. Not really much in boarding, but oh, I'm gonna hit. Dang it, my own boarding torpedoes are gonna hit. That's gonna suck. That is unfortunate. I was hoping for a little bit more hits. And okay, your engines are down. You're good. You're perfectly fine there. You got your brace for impact. And you are contributing to the damage, I hope. I am really hoping. Because I could continue to board this thing. It splits his fire some. I want you to launch the Thunderhawks, though. So don't disappoint me. So, I got repairs to deal with that easily enough. And Battlebarge is already disengaging. He does have the adaptive deflector. Yeah, he does have the adaptive deflector. So Lances need to kill that for that to be useful. So, this is taking a lot of damage, so this is going to have to disengage. While these two take point. Because, yeah, this is going to hurt some, since it's the sole focus right now. And I don't have Thunderhawks, but I can swap positions really easily. I'm hoping I can swap positions if it'll let me. Once they stop rebelling, because this protector is taking big damage, that's at half health. I'm assuming he's running with that thing. And you are going to be alright. Let's prioritize the Castellan here. While boosters come back up for this, focus down this thing. And all the while maybe get critical hits on the Castellan as well. Because this is not going to run any further. But it does need support. Once they stop burning retros. Oh, so close to killing it too. So, we're going to turn. I don't have Stormhawks to help contribute, unfortunately. But he's turning his attention to the battle barge, which is kind of okay now. Can I kill this damn thing though? There. It exploded. Is that a good thing? Because apparently he's still trying to hit the dang Vanguards. So this may have to warp out in a moment. As it stands, it's just staying where it's at. So you're now Group 2. Congratulations, you're now a 2-man squad. So, shields are coming back up. Let's see, my Vanguards got rammed, so that's unfortunate. Okay. And that's actually rotated me really well. Of course, it's rotating me the wrong way, so... And he's using his micro-warp jump, so... Can I board? It's not going to let me board. Go figure. I was hoping for a board. It wasn't going to let me have it. Now I have an option. Did that? Okay, that was the torpedo I wanted, so... He takes the hits there. Sadly, I lost my first Vanguard. This thing is he's getting wreckage repair too, so I gotta be mindful of that. So if I can focus down this one stronghold, that helps a lot. But his broadside weaponry are hurting me some. So this is probably not looking good until I get some more torpedo hits. These broadsides are actually pretty damn potent without a brace for impact. And I'm too close for these torpedoes, so... Yeah, that was painful. That is unfortunate. I just don't have the damage potential. If only these Yeah, I just didn't have the damage potential, and... Maybe I used my micro warp jump too soon, did a little proactive. Because, okay, this could still repair. I could still sort of disengage, but with heavily damaged, this thing's not going to survive much. And he is charging up his laser right now. And this is not going to... Okay, he can stop running in a moment, so... There's still options here. Is that going to burn? Nope, that's not going to burn. Unless it gets another critical hit in. Come on. I'm not going to get it. Alright, start boosting. I don't quite have the shields or the boosters to get out, but they're hitting again. They're still hitting. This is going to be a slow match, though. One of them is my level 7, so there is value in keeping these things alive. Do I dodge? I do have Stormhawks, though. And there goes his one Demiurge. Now we have to deal with a level 9 at full health. I just hate the idea of having to do kite and run maneuvers, but that's kind of what the Vanguards are best designed for. And holy crap, look at the closest proximity to that Battlebarge. Let's see, can I just hit this thing? He's got fighters, it's not worth it. I should have just did boring torpedoes and run until I shot down his fighters, because that was pointless. And not to mention only one actually did damage, it seems like two. And I'm not going to be able to repair this thing anytime soon. And he did slot run, which doesn't do much, but get moving. Get moving, we can manually control this, and you have extended sensors, so I can shoot at that momentarily. It's going to get you detected, but I still have silent run available. Oh, and he doesn't actually have extended sensors himself, so that's valuable to know. And he is refreshing his fighters there as a result. Alright. So he wants it. He's going to get out of sensors pretty soon, though. There. And I think these things are actually faster than him. I just got to make sure these things don't take any more hits than they need to. You should have used that earlier there, but I think this thing's still dead if you can get a good hit off. Not exactly how I would like to do this, but with the flank maneuvers can be pretty good for me. I just gotta kill his damn fighters, otherwise these torpedoes are never gonna do any damage. Let's not kid ourselves. So, and since he doesn't have fission in me, that's the only thing he's gonna do with his fighter. That's the only catch. So I kind of have to let myself get revealed, which is kind of a stupid idea. I might as well let these warp out. If he's not gonna let me warp out, because as soon as I stop, he's gonna be able to detect me and cancel my board. And there's the torpedoes to kind of prove the point there. I'll let him warp out. We'll stop wasting everyone's time. So we'll just warp this out while he's busy distracted. I probably could have done that better. Maybe I should have got super aggressive with the Vanguards. That's always a possibility. We'll just keep these things alive. Let's get our level. Because yeah, even if I'm revealed, I can deny his bombers really well. I took out 3 bombers right there for crying out loud, so maybe I need to change my approach some. Nonetheless, it seemed to have good promise there. It's just the Vanguards are doing absolute crap as far as the close engagements, just because of the fighters. Their torpedoes can't do what's needed to be done unless I want to get super close and shoot down his fighters. But as we saw, his broadside weaponries then start to contribute. That's a bit of a problem. I would have to get directly behind them for that to be useful. And then I don't have the Vanguards to provide fighter support or shoot down the bombers or torpedoes for me. So really, it comes down to being in his prow, I think. Get as close to his prow as possible, so that way it can shoot down the fighters while also spraying out the damage, maybe. Hard to say. Hard to say. It's pretty rough because, again, these Vanguards don't seem to be doing a whole lot with just a clumped up fleet. They're supposed to try and spread them out and at least disorganize them some with their mobility and charging. But of course, well, the Seeker missiles weren't really a problem there. I dodged the one protector really well, so what am I overlooking, I wonder? Nonetheless, well, it didn't get its level in. Damn it, I was all excited for maybe getting a final level 8 Vanguard, but it didn't happen. It did not happen, so we'll still have to play one more there. And this poor Battlebarge still has no experience to call its own, or at least a level 6, which actually would help a ton there. Just being able to increase its rotation speed, the belt armor probably would have been a factor there. But really, it seems like I just don't have the damage potential for a straight up fight. So I need to rely more on my Vanguards for harassment. Somehow. It's difficult when everything has fighters though.